Hello. For my demonstrative speech, I'd like to demonstrate how to change the outlet. Damaged or broken, worn out outlets can be unsightly cosmetically, as I have witnessed and seen in the 8 years I've been doing remodeling and construction work. That worn outlets will allow plugs to fall out, or they require wiggling at times to even work. Worn outlets can be very hazardous. They can even cause house fires due to a resistant substance called carbon that build up in the contacts and create heat, sometimes enough to start a fire. Safety note: make sure to turn off power to all outlets and circuits that we'll be working on to prevent shock. This can usually be accomplished by turning off circuit breaker and supply panel. If uncertain which breaker is the one that you're supplying power to bad outlet, then turn off power going to your home. Common electrical outlets are also known technically as receptacles. 110-volt electrical outlet installed in your home in most cases will either have a 20 or 15 amp rating. They also come in heavy duty or standard. A heavy duty one would be used for appliances that use a lot of amps, like a fridge, heater, or microwave, etc. The first step is a dangerous prevention step. Power must always be shut off to outlet before working on it. I cannot stress this enough, and this goes for electrical circuit that you are working on. The second step: remove cover by removing screws holding it, usually located in the center. Remove top and bottom screw holding box. The center screw right here for the cover, and the top and bottom screw that holds the outlet in the box. Sometimes you will need a utility knife to cut and paint that is bonding the cover to the wall. This will prevent it from peeling wall covering back. The third step: mark wires that go to outlet before removing them. Once the outlet is removed, the wires can get a little confusing since there can be so many and end up in different positions. When removing outlet, there should always be black wires hot on one side and white common on the other. There should always be a ground wire. Usually this is a bare green wire. A bare or green wire, I mean. There may be 2 sets of these, in which case other circuits usually within the same room are powered through this outlet. The fourth step: make sure outlet you are installing has equal or greater amp rating as the original, usually 20 or 15 amp. The fifth step: strip wires back ½ inch. Make sure wires and insulation look in good condition. Wires are clean and free of corrosion and not discolored. Wires can be up to 6 inches. This is good. Do not remove extra. The extra is sometimes needed to repair bad or shortened connections when outlet fails. The sixth step: some outlets will have quick connections where you strip the wires and push them into holes in the back of the outlet, usually here and here, or here and here, and sometimes in the side by the screws. This is not a very reliable way to connect the outlet. You should use the screw connections on the side, which are these here. This might require more installation time, but outlet will last much longer and be much more dependable. The seventh step: connect all white wires that you marked earlier to the common side of the new outlet. This can be identified by a longer slot. Connect the outlet using the screw connections on the common side. It'd be over here on this side, or this side over here. Pointing at the T-shape. Sometimes outlets will have a sideways T-shaped slot for the common, such as this one. Be sure not to connect the grounding screw, such as this and this. They can usually be identified by a green color labeled ground. The eighth step: connect all black wires that you marked earlier to the other side of the new outlet. The same holds true for the black. Be sure not to connect to grounding screw. The ninth step: connect all the ground wires together. The bare or green colored wires If there are more than one of these bare wires in this box, connect a short wire with the same size to ground screw. Then connect the other end to the rest of these ground wires. All the ground wires should all be connected together. The 10th step, replace and top bottom screw to anchor outlet in the box, which are these two screws. And then replace cover. Make sure ground wires are not touching power connections. So to close, I like to state that this is to your advantage to change your worn outlets, or call an electrician to do it for you. Your life may depend on it. These outlets can be very hazardous, and they can even cause a house fire. So changing them is a very simple precautionary step. Thanks for listening to my speech. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.